Hey everyone, this is Coach D with Heart Salon Relationship Coaching. I had a client ask me, how do you make marriage work? Even when it seems like nothing that you have done or are doing is making any impact. Well, first things first, marriage is a whole lot of work. Being married myself, I can tell you that it is not for the faint of heart. You have to be able to have patience. You have to be able to dig deep when you feel like you don't have anything else. When you want to walk out the door, it takes a whole lot of love. It takes prayer. It takes you looking outside of yourself and looking at that other person and asking yourself, is it worth it to me to continue to fight to make it work? So when she asked me the question, I'm speaking for myself because I realize that it hasn't always been easy for me, nor my husband. We have different backgrounds, different upbringings, different thoughts and ideas about life, finances, raising children. But what helps us to continue to fight through it all is our dedication and the commitment that we have made to one another. We've decided that no matter what we're going through, um, if we keep God first, that we will continue to push forward and loving each other, being intentional, because you do realize that love is a choice. People always say, well, it's a feeling. Okay, but feelings come and go. But when you choose your significant other, you are saying to yourself that I'm looking beyond the faults and I am choosing to love that person regardless. I'm choosing to find different and creative ways on how to make the relationship better. When I was younger, I didn't understand that concept. It was, if this didn't work the way I thought it should work, my um, significant other, we didn't have the tools when we were really young. But at my age now, I have an understanding that it is not just giving up when things get hard. It is constantly coming back to the table over and over again. It is realizing that some days you're not going to like your significant other. You're not going to like your husband. You're not going to like your wife. But that doesn't mean that you don't love them. It just means that there are certain things that are occurring in a relationship that you are not connecting well. And so that's where the communication comes in at. That's where you take a time out and reevaluate what's going on, but not give up. When you get married, nobody gives you a manual that tells you this is what you need to do. Some people go to premarital counseling, and I do that as well. But really, you don't learn how to be in it until you're actually in it. And a lot of things about your partner you don't learn until after you get married. And you'll see, wow, you know what? I didn't think about this, or these weren't factors that I had paid attention to until after we got married. I think that if you really truly love your person, you see the good in them, not just the bad, but you see that these problems are not greater than your desire to end this marriage that you're in, and you just want to make it work. Your desire to be in it is greater than the fear that you may have. That's what you do to make the marriage work. You just continue to go back to the drawing board. Don't just give up and walk out. You continue to fight. Now, granted, if you're in a toxic relationship, I get it. No one should subject themselves to that. Or if you're in a physically abusive relationship, you shouldn't subject yourself to that. But if those things aren't occurring, then you choose. You choose to continue to work through it. My husband get on my nerves all the time, but I love the man with everything within me. And so even when I feel like I've had enough, then I go to God in prayer. I go into my little closet and I ask him to give me strength to deal with all of his madness. That's my take on it. Now, as a coach, I'm going to tell you communication is key. Spending quality time is key. Making each other a priority. If you don't have a spiritual life, for those that are believers, get one. Pray together, you know. Um, just take the time to hear each other out. Fight fair when you get upset. Always be respectful. If you have issues, going outside the marriage ain't gonna fix them. So you might as well just work on the issues that you got. These things will help you to build your relationship stronger. It will help you to get an understanding. It helps you to also build up your tolerance, um, because sometimes we don't have tolerance for other people's flaws, but we forget that we have flaws. Being able to say, I'm sorry, not holding on to grudges. You know the old saying, don't go to bed angry without talking to each other. If you truly love your significant other, then those are some things that you can do to make it better. No one wants to be miserable. And if you just feel that you just can't do it no more, I can understand that too. But she asked me, how do I stay married? How do I still have my heart for my husband after being with him for 10 years? It's because regardless of what I go through, I find value in him. There are things that I still love that haven't changed from day one. And I choose to look through a lens of forgiveness. You have to be able to forgive. And so, again, if you need some help navigating your marriage or your relationship and how to be able to make it stronger, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at Hearts Align Coaching at Outlook.com or check out my website at heartsaligncoaching.net. I will be more than happy to help you find some new ways to improve your relationship too. Thank you, and you have a great day.